May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
You can keep your file here.
SALKA DEBBARMA. I was born and brought up in Agartala. I did my primary education from Holy Cross School and my 11th and 12th from Kendra Vidyalaya. From there on, I went to do my graduation, that is my bachelor's in science from Bangalore University. I'm currently working as sub-inspector of excise, and my hobbies include watching movies.
This much?
Yes.
Very good. You said you did your class 10 or 12 from Kendra Vidyalaya?
So till 10th I was in Holy Cross, and then for my 11th and 12th I moved to
You did from
Kendra Vidyalaya.
So why there is a shift from that school is also having class 11 and 12? So why did you shift to Kendra Vidyalaya?
So the reason to shift from Holy Cross to Kendra Vidyalaya was primarily because Holy Cross comes under the ICSE board, while Kendra Vidyalaya comes under CBSE board.
Fine.
And it is pre-assumed that for your 11th and 12th, it's better to do from CBSE because it kind of aligns with the syllabus of the NEET exam. I would say the joint entrance examination. So that was the reason.
Okay. Then did you qualify in any entrance examination?
So I did not do good enough. So therefore I moved to going for BSc.
BSc?
Yes, sir.
So you went to Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
And you completed?
My bachelor's in science there.
Bachelor in science.
Yes, sir.
So why you did not go for masters?
So the reason not to do masters was, sir, I wanted to see what my interests truly are after my bachelor's.
Okay.
And from after my bachelor's, I went on to 6 months of a certificate course in ecological sampling from IISc Bangalore.
Okay.
And then I decided that I want to explore more. And then I went on to I decided to prepare for the civil services, and from there on I started the preparation.
Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore.
Yes,
you
sir.
said?
Yes, sir.
It's a very renowned institution.
Indeed,
so how
sir.
did you? How could you get an entry in that college?
So actually, my college they have this collaboration with IISc where they provide certificate courses. So one of the certificate courses was for ecological sampling.
Okay.
So I enrolled through my college.
Okay. So that was 6 months course or 1 year?
6 months course, sir.
There was 6 months
Yes,
course, and thereafter from IISc Bangalore, you came to state.
Yes, I came back to the state.
Okay. Then what you were doing after that?
So I started the preparation for the civil service.
Okay. Now you said you are working under Revenue Department.
So it comes under the finance department.
Finance Department.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So you are engaged as Sub-Inspector of Excise.
Yes, sir.
Sub-Inspector. Where
Yes,
are
sir.
you posted?
So I'm posted in Gumati district.
Okay. Very nice. So when did you get this job?
So I joined in November 2023.
November 2023. Okay. It's not even 1 year.
Yes.
So why you want to come for civil services?
So there are multiple reasons for it. The first one is that when I started the preparation for the competitive exams, my the first job that I wanted to, or I would say that my target was to get into civil services. So that is the first reason. Apart from that, I would say that if I compare it with all the jobs that we have in the state right now, the civil services provides a very diverse work culture.
Okay.
Also, I would say that its dynamic nature is another reason. The third one I would say is that it will give me the chance to work in the grassroots level that would involve people, and I think that will help me to bring some change in the lives of the people as well as the state. So I think those are some of the reasons.
Very nice. So you said civil service is the dynamic one. How do you assert to it? How do you say it is dynamic?
So it's dynamic in a sense that I would say that you get to work in multiple fields. When you initially get into the services, you'll be mostly either posted as a BDO or as a deputy collector in one of the SDMs. And
Okay.
as you move forward, I think you will be posted in multiple.
You are in Gomti district
Yes,
these days.
sir.
Who is DM there?
So it's Shri Torit Kanti Chakma.
Torit Kanti Chakma. And who is ADM there?
ADM right now is Shri Joyanta Bhattacharya.
You know them personally?
So I have communicated pretty much with DM sir, but not with ADM sir.
ADM. Recently he got the job.
Yes, sir. Just
Recently
yes,
he
sir.
has been transferred. He
Yes,
was
sir.
SDM. Now he got elevated to
ADM.
ADM. Okay, fine. So suppose your first preference is TCS or TPS.
So it's Tripura Civil Service.
Why did you choose TCS as your first preference?
So as I said previously, that the reason why I choose TCS is because its dynamic nature.
Okay.
That is one of the reasons.
TPS is also dynamic.
So I think it mainly deals with law and order. It does
Okay.
not provide you as diverse areas to work on as the civil services does.
Okay. See, for a civil servant, the major problem is during the land acquisition. You have any idea the civil servant face problems during the land acquisition when government wants to build new roads or for transport and for railways. So main problem with the government is during the land acquisition. Are you aware of such type of problems with the government?
So I would say that I don't have a full knowledge on it, but I could just make a few guesses of what actually happens.
What happens?
So I think the first thing is that you have to convince the people to give their land to the government, so that the government can contribute to the development of the state and the people as a whole. And I think convincing them is a little bit of a difficult task. However, as a civil servant, you have to do your best and convince them that it is for the welfare of them and as well as the state.
Okay. Now, Tripura shares about 856 kilometer boundary with Bangladesh. There are so many states which do not share any international border with any foreign country. Do you think that Tripura, that it shares 856 kilometer boundary with Bangladesh, it has some advantages?
So I think it has its own share.
You have to tell 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages about this international boundary.
So I think the first advantage I would say is that the trade between the state and the country. The second would be tourism. I would say it would help in encouragement of more of tourism in both in the country as well as in the international country. And I would say the disadvantage would be that I can think of right now would be because the border that we share with Bangladesh is highly porous. I would say that the infiltration.
But we have BSF people guarding round the clock.
That is right, sir. But I think the boundary is such a huge boundary of 856 kilometers that the forces are not enough to secure all of these porous areas.
Okay.
So I would say that illegal
infiltration is
yes,
always
that
there.
is one of the
This way,
reasons.
that. Okay. You said one disadvantage. Are the other disadvantage?
So the other disadvantage right now, so I cannot think of the other one, sir.
What's your hobby?
So my hobby is watching movies.
Watching movies.
Yes,
so
sir.
what movies you watch?
So I don't have a specific genre, so it just depends on the mood.
Depends on the mood.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are very sad. So what sort of movie you will be watching?
Probably something that would make me laugh.
Acha. Any film that made you got a lot of entertainment and you could revive your mood? Any film?
So the Hera Fairy series, I would say.
Hera Fairy
Yes,
series.
sir.
Okay. Most of the time boys spend watching movies or WhatsApp or Facebook. So the loss of time wastage is there for the young generation. How do you see to it?
So I think you can see it as both positive and negative as well. The positive side would be that if you use the time to check your WhatsApp, your Facebook, or let's say YouTube, to watch something that is the content that is something that can give you knowledge, would be is one thing I would say that would be a positive thing. But if you watch reels that do not give any knowledge to you and simply is a waste, it simply does not add to any of your knowledge, would be, I guess, that would be one way of looking at it.
India is sending a huge contingent in Paris Olympics. Are you aware of this?
So I read about it.
You know anything about?
So not really much.
Not really much. Okay. About international affair, in the month of November, there will be presidential election in United States. So there are 2 probable candidates, one from Democratic and other from the Republican one. So it is heard that from the Democratic Party there may be chances of one lady would be getting chance to get in the presidential fray, and Donald Trump is there. How do you see this? And who is this lady?
So the lady who will be representing, or I would say who is going to contest the election on behalf of the Democrats, is Kamala Harris.
Very good, Kamala Harris.
And,
what post she is holding at
So
present?
she is currently the Vice President of the United States of
Okay,
America.
how do you see this?
So I think,
American president is from Indian origin. How do you see to this aspect?
so if I see it from the Indian perspective, I would say that I do not see as anything positive or negative, because if I look at her background, I would say that she considers herself as an American.
Okay.
So I think she has no special attachment with India. That's what I believe. And apart from that, if I see that a woman contesting for the presidential election is a landmark event in itself, I believe, because till now the United States does not have any woman president as of
Okay,
now. So
absolutely.
if she wins, she'll be the
Very
first
nice.
one to
Who was
do
the
so.
first American president?
So it's so Mr. Washington. I cannot.
George
recall.
Washington.
Yes, sir.
George Washington.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So recently the Lok Sabha elections were held, and BJP again coming back to power. And in the recent budget we saw a lot of fund allocation for Bihar and Andhra Pradesh, right? But not that much to northeastern states or Tripura or Mizoram or Nagaland. How do you see these things happening?
So I need to read a little more on that.
Okay. How much confident you are that you would be selected for civil services?
So I'm pretty confident about it.
What makes you that confident?
So I think the first one I would say is I think I did pretty decent in my mains examination. Apart from that, I would say that I believe that my interview has been pretty good enough.
Okay, last question from
Yes, sir.
Constitution. Tell me one basic difference between fundamental rights and directive principles.
So fundamental rights are, sorry sir, I cannot recall right now.
Which part of the Indian Constitution fundamental rights?
So fundamental rights comes under part 3.
Very good. So this is one point.
Yes, sir.
And directive principles are still.
So that comes under part 4.
So one difference is over
So
there.
if I may say another one, so fundamental rights is justiciable in nature. However, the directive principle of state policy is not.
Justiciable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks for facing the interview.
Thank you, sir.
Best wishes.
Thank you, sir.